peace, wonderful peace, coming down from the Father above. Sweep over my spirit forever, I pray, in the fatherless billows of love. Peace, peace, wonderful peace, coming down from the Father above. Sweep over my spirit forever, I pray, in the fatherless billows of love. I am resting tonight in this wonderful peace, resting sweetly in Jesus' control. For I am kept from all danger by night and by day, and His glory is flooding my soul. Peace, peace, wonderful peace, coming down from the Father above. Sweep over my spirit forever, I pray, in the fatherless billows of love. Thank you, Jesus. Hello, everybody. This is Dorcas Chandler at dorcasgazelle.com. I hope you're having a great day. And I just wanted to come back and thank everybody for my birthday presents, gifts, money, just everything, the cards. And I'm going to be talking about the cards in a little bit, but I just want to let you know how much I appreciate you. You don't know how much you're there when I really need you. And the last video that we did, I won't complain. Man, it's got a lot of hits, and we're just thankful for that. And thank you all for enjoying the song that I had sang rather at my sister's church. But I want to talk about something that hits home with me, and I want to talk about grief. I said, Dorcas, you're going backwards. It might seem like I'm going backwards, and maybe I am. But I want to tell you something that happened to me, and I want to entitle this video, When You Need Help, Just Ask for It. Don't let nobody make you shame, feel guilty, feel like you shouldn't do it, feel like that you're beyond that, you're this, that, and the other. If you need help, ask for it. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. We have to understand, or we should understand, or Dorcas needs to understand that our emotions are real. They really are. God has equipped all of us to have emotions. We have feelings, we have desires, we have wants, we have needs. There are needs that we can't live without. There are some needs we need that some needs that we can live without, but we still need them. And so don't be afraid if there's something going on in your mental capacity or in your mind. And I talk a lot about that because I think that sometimes we will take high blood pressure medicine, we will take thyroid medicine, we will take diabetes medicine, and we won't think nothing about that. But we also have to take care of the mind and the mental state and be cognizant and aware of where we are in our mind and what we are thinking. Now, some things will trigger emotions in our life. Those are things that are already there. And then some things you get caught off guard. And it may trigger an old emotion and you might not know what to do with it. If we have something in our mental capacity or in our mind that we can't seem to process it in a healthy way, because we're dealing with health, ask for help. You know, this morning, and I'm getting ready to go, this morning I woke up and tears was just rolling down my eyes. I was just crying, rolling down my face. And something has happened to me in the last week, and I'm going to share that, that has kind of pulled me back. And I was really, I thought, doing really good, but I found myself in a state that I couldn't understand how I got there. And not that I'm going to commit suicide, walk off a curb and hurt somebody. It ain't none of that. But sometimes pain is so real inside of us, and it's so raw inside of us. We don't know what to do. Ask for help. Invite somebody that's trusted and really a professional that can help you to give you right and sound information. So this morning when I woke up, I was really just heavy. Not knowing, okay, God, what is it that I need to be doing? And I'm laying there and I'm saying, okay, I'm going to move. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And it's like, Dorcas, your mind is racing. And one thing about it is that people have different capacities in their mind as to how they channel information. Some people channel it one way, some people channel it another way. But however you channel it, be aware of what's going on in your mind. And so what happened to me was my birthday was September the 8th. And Marty was here with me, and I was really happy about that. And my niece had came over, and so I asked my niece, I said, would you go get my mail? And my niece went and got my mail, and I had a stack of birthday cards. And I'm like, how in the world do people remember my birthday? And so whatever. So I'm just getting ready to open birthday cards. So I thought. So in the middle of opening up the birthday cards, I came to one and I looked at the address and I seen that it was the church's P.O. box here in Arizona. So I'm thinking that somebody else sent me a card. When I opened the card and I'm looking at the card thinking it's from someone else, when I looked inside, there was a note stating that this card was sent to me because when my brother-in-law was cleaning out my sister's drawers, he found this card, and the card was for me. So when I read the card, I immediately started crying. I not crying like a spanked baby. I mean crying because my sister had written a card, and that card she never mailed. But here it is the day before my birthday, and she's writing to Dorcas. And I was overwhelmed because I wasn't expecting the card. I read the card, I read her words, and it just threw me for a loop. After crying and getting myself together, or trying to get myself together, emotionally, every day I kept trying to fight again to get out of this hole. And Marty was here, and we didn't do anything. I didn't want her to know where I was because in my mind I would close my door at night. I would read the card, and I couldn't explain it, but I would just read the card, and it was like I'm talking to my sister who is no longer with us. Now stay with me. So that card, I took it and I put it in my bottom drawer of my nightstand. And I didn't read it this morning. But I realized that something is going wrong in my emotions because I can't get over these words and what my sister said to me in this card. Now, you have to realize my sister died March the 9th, 2021, and it's been 6 months of trying to move forward. 6 months trying to say, Dorcas, she's not going to call you today. 6 months of knowing that Dorcas, she's no longer at the church. 6 months of understanding you can't call her when you need her. So I'm adjusting to the fact that my sister is no longer here. And then all of a sudden, I get a card and I'm reading the card. And when I'm reading the card, it's almost as if she's talking to me and I know she's not here. The adjustment and the emotions that kept running through my mind, I couldn't get a grip. When you need help, ask. So this morning I said, God, I need help, and I need somebody that's outside of my circle because I need somebody to just talk to Dorcas on a real level. And that's not to say that you wouldn't talk to me on a real level. But I just needed somebody that I could share with, and they could just give me a different perspective of where I was. And so I got up and I got my insurance card, and on the back of it, it says behavior something for counseling. And so I called that number, and I told the man, I said, is this where you can get counseling if you have a problem with grief? And yeah, yeah, yeah. And I said, okay, I would like to talk to somebody. And so he said, okay. And we went through all the financial, I mean, not the financial, the insurance things. And then he started telling me, okay, you can have this person, this costs that much. You can have that person, this costs that much. You can go out, you can come in. You know, he just talking and talking and talking. I can't really even understand him because he has a different language. Let's just say it like that. And, you know, I said, you know what, sir. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. Really? Thank you. I said, I'll try something else. So I hung up the phone and I was like, man, if you really need help, you don't say that either, Dorcas. If you really need help, you need to really find out who you need to get help from. So anyway, I got my sister's obituary and I looked in the back because I know through all the deaths that we've had in our family that all the mortuaries provide grief counseling. So I called the mortuary. They gave me the number to call for grief counseling. And so when I called the number for grief counseling, I told the lady who I was. I told her what I do. And I told her, I said, but I'm having a problem and I need some grief counseling and I'm wondering, can I get some help? She said, sure. And so anyway, she said, well, what can I do for you, Dorcas? And I told her, I said, I'm just having this problem. And I don't even know how to explain it, but I just need to say something. She said, go ahead and say it. And so I told her, I said, my birthday was September the 8th. I said, on September the 7th, I was sitting at my table opening up birthday cards. And then when I opened up one of the card was from my sister. She had wrote a card to me. And the lady said, she gasped for breath. And I said, and so there was a note inside of it from my brother-in-law saying that he was cleaning out my sister's stuff. And in the middle of cleaning it out, he seen this card from my sister. So they mailed it to me. And now I feel like, I'm talking to the counselor, I feel like that I'm right in the first place that I was when she first died. I can't move on. And she said to me, she said, Dorcas, she said, that's a big hurdle. She said, what has happened is you were going forward and then you got pulled back because now you know your sister's not there, but you're communicating with her through a card. And that is an extreme amount of emotions. And that's what's wrong with you. You got a whole lot of emotions running through your mind because you know your sister's dead. And if you had known that card was coming, it would have been a different situation. But because you didn't know that card was coming, now I'm having to deal with, okay, why she didn't send it early and just different things. So I'm going through these things in my mind. And I'm talking to the counselor, and I tell her, and I said, and I got some things going on at my doctor's office, and just a whole lot of things going on, and I'm not processing stuff maybe the right way that I need to be processing it. And she was like, yes, because you got a lot of emotional things going on in your mind. And so when I got off the phone with her, and she just gave me some advice and talked to me, I felt better. I mean, I was crying talking to her because I was trying to express what I really felt. This woman was full of compassion. She just sit there and listened to me, and she said, you've been pulled back. You know what you knew your sister. You weren't going to be able to talk to her no more. You knew that she was gone. And now that you got this card, you're communicating to her and you know she's not there. Man. And so I didn't get any answers as to what to do, but she explained to me what was going on in my mind. She explained to me how that I needed to figure out what I need to do. Because what happens is when we get trapped in our mind, and I didn't want to get trapped in my mind, we can have situations that go on in our world and they may not mean nothing. And because we got all this other stuff going on inside of our head, we take things out of context. We talk to people in different manners, and we just be unreasonable. And she told me, this is what I need you to do. Take one day at a time. And that's what I want to tell you. Your situation might not be my situation, but maybe you're going through something right now. And you might feel like that you don't have nobody to talk to. You might not even have insurance to call somebody. But try to find a trusted person that you can talk to and express yourself. And if that person is putting you down, oh, that don't make sense. You shouldn't be feeling like that. That is the wrong person. Because nobody can tell you how you should be feeling. You are the only one that know how you're feeling. That's why I hate when people say, I know how you feel. You can't know how I feel. I don't know how you feel. Because we all handle information differently. And I'm telling you, from my school, we've talked and we did taking care of the mind. We got to take care of the mind. We have to take care of our mind. Just like I'm talking about, we have to eat right and exercise. We have to take care of our body. But if you're taking care of your body and you're not taking care of your mind, it's a losing battle. So this morning I reached out for help. I reached out for counseling. And I have counseling for 12 months. And I can call back anytime I need to. And if I need to, I will. But the lady helped me this morning. And that's all I'm trying to say. Even if we have health issues that are going on in our world, find somebody that we can talk to that will listen. Sometimes all we need is somebody to listen. That's really what we need. So I just come back to tell you, if you need help, ask for help. If you can't find help, go on Google. I'm telling you, the internet have all kind of help. I didn't get mine from off the internet. I got mine from off of my sister's obituary that I made. And they gave me a number to call. If you're dealing with grief, you can call the mortuary because they have counselors. If you're dealing with behavior problems, you can call your insurance. On the back of most of our insurance cards, there is a place for you and us to call for behavior. You can call your doctor. And it's not all the time that we need to be medicated. Sometimes it's just that we need to talk. And maybe we do need 5 or 6 sessions. Or maybe you just need one. Maybe you just need a word right now for somebody to tell you, what can I do? What my thing is that I have a very intense mind. And because I know that my thinking is intense, I just have to take one day at a time and then ask God to help me figure out what I need to do for the next step. I hope this helps somebody. I see that a lot of people subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm grateful. And somebody asked me, well, why do you talk about people? Or because what I really my aim is for Dorcas Gazelle website is that we meet the needs of people. And I want to be able to share with you my ups and my downs. Because a lot of time, people think that because people may own a business or maybe they're in ministry or maybe they, whatever, got money or whether they don't have money, they always put us in a category. People always will put you in a box. But I refuse to be in a box because this is who I am. And I want to tell you that we're doing exercise on Tuesday nights, and that is the best therapy for me I could ever get because we do a lot of laughing, we're exercising our body, and we're doing exactly what we can. And we have Mom Esprit on there with us. She's 97 years old. She inspires me, and she inspires all of us to be better. And I hope that something I said today will cause you to realize, because there's a lot of mental illnesses that are going on in the world right now because of everything that's happening. And one thing about trouble is it always seems to come in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seem like it's back to back or on top of each other. So we have to, during these times, and we should have been doing it all the time, but if you need help, ask for help. If you don't need help, then pray for those of us who do. And I appreciate every last one of you listening to my channel, listening to my singing, and I just say God bless you. And if anyone, or if no one rather, have told you that they love you today, I want to tell you, I love you. Dorcas Chandler at dorcasgazelle.com. You be blessed. Until next time, we'll talk later. Peace, peace, wonderful peace, coming down from the Father above. Sweep over my spirit forever. I pray in the fatherless billows of love. Peace, peace, wonderful peace, coming down from the Father above. Sweep over my spirit forever. I pray in the fatherless billows of love. I am resting tonight in this wonderful peace, resting sweetly in Jesus' control. For I am kept from all danger by night and by day, and His glory is flooding my soul. Thank you, Jesus.